Remember that photograph at the old CPS building? I believe it's the old CPS building. You got an SUV and a black car parked next to it. That's the shadow you expect to get from an SUV. See, what you can tell from shadow is how high the sun is, what angle the sun is. By this angle, you tell what time of day it is. It's that simple. So you got a shadow that's kind of like this. That's an SUV. But you have a sedan there, right? Parked next to that SUV in the parking lot of the old CPS building. Now look at the shadow. The shadow that's coming off of the blue car, does that look like an SUV? No, it's got a roof and a trunk. So why doesn't that photograph look the same? So what did they have? Two SUVs that were parked next to each other, because this is all squared off in the back. So it's an SUV. Notice that? But there's now a black sedan parked next to it. Appears to be a Ford Focus sedan. So did they get that wrong? Did they Photoshop in a Ford Focus to have proof that was him, where he parked there at the CPS building, the old CPS building? And then, wait a minute, he doesn't have the sedan. He has the compact, the hatchback. Well, that doesn't look anything like an SUV or a sedan. It would cast a shadow similar to an SUV, but it's smaller, right? Oh, doesn't matter. We have a video of him driving by. Too many shenanigans going on. Because this vehicle, I'll move the SUV, this vehicle, depending on where the sun is, whether it's high above the car, like around noon or 1:30, or around maybe 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, sun's going down, and then pretty soon, sundown, right? If that car was there 24 hours, so you got sun up, see the shadow? You got sun up, you got long shadows, check that out. And then as the sun comes up and it starts to go around, right? See how that shadow moves? See how that shadow moves? The phone won't stay in focus. Sorry about that. See how that shadow moves? See how that shadow moves? Because the sun's moving around. The earth is moving around the sun, that's why. But notice that looks like a shadow of a sedan. It's got a trunk, it's got a hood, it's got a roof. I mean, all cars have that, I understand, but the shape. Here's an SUV. So you can go to sunrise. See how those got long shadows? And the sun's kind of moving around a high, and it starts getting high in the sky. It's not low in the sky anymore. It's high in the sky. Look at those shadows. They're short. They're close to the car, aren't they? So what were we at? 12:30? 1 o'clock? 2 o'clock? 2 o'clock? Isn't that shadow still close to the car? 3 o'clock? 4 o'clock? So when actually was that photograph taken? That's another good question. Things that make you go hum. Okay. But see how that SUV is squared off in the back? So I park a car next to it. I get the shape of the trunk, don't I? So if I'm at like noon, see where the shadows are at noon? At 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 2:30, 3:30. Start getting near sundown. See how the shadows change? But that sedan shadow looks like a sedan. So why is the shadow coming off of the sedan? It looks like an SUV. All right. And then you got his car driving down the road. But where's the shadows on that? He's driving down the road. The shadows on her car looks kind of like that, driving down the road. The shadow in the parking lot looks like this. The shadow of him driving down the road kind of looks like that. The sun's in two different places. How does that happen? How does that happen? Sun's in two different places. These guys aren't as good as they think they are. Like I told the cop one time, I'm not as think as you're drunk I am. Only cops let cops drive drunk. That's an inside joke. I was a police officer, so I can get away with that. See that? He's driving down the road. Look at the shadows on his car. They look kind of like this. Where's the shadow on the SUV in the parking lot? It looks kind of like that.